this podcast, we're going to very briefly talk about the three types of RNA and where you can find them, as well as what their jobs are within a cell. So it's important to know before we get started about the three types of RNA, just to note that analogy between DNA and RNA in our cookbook. So every single cell in your body in the nucleus has an entire set of directions for every single part of you, every protein product you need, and every enzyme you need, every characteristic of your body. However, in order to access all of those directions, we're going to need a smaller molecule. We want to be able to go into our cookbook and copy one little recipe to make one little specific protein product, and that's where RNA comes in. RNA is able to pick out that particular gene and make a particular protein product so that we don't have to start at the beginning of the cookbook and make every single thing until we get to what we actually need or the recipe we actually want to make. All right, so DNA is stuck in the nucleus. It's not going to leave the nucleus, yet the site of assembly for our proteins is out in the cytoplasm at the ribosome. So enter mRNA, our first type of RNA that we're going to talk about. And the M stands for messenger RNA. And the function of messenger RNA is to carry genetic information from the DNA in the nucleus out to the ribosomes so that we can assemble our protein product. We can put together amino acids in the correct order as the DNA specifies and build those protein products. mRNA consists of nucleotides whose sequence is going to be complementary to a section or a gene or a portion of DNA. So we're going to have to open up that DNA and we're going to copy the little section. We're going to copy that recipe. We let the DNA close back up, and this mRNA is able to go through some processing, which we won't talk about, but it can leave the nucleus and then travel to the ribosome. So think of messenger RNAs as being like a bike messenger. You're just carrying that set of directions to the ribosome where you can build your products. Our second type of RNA is rRNA, which is ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal RNA, no surprise, is found in your ribosomes. Your ribosomes have ribosomal RNA. And remember that the ribosome is the assembly site of your proteins or your polypeptides. So notice here that our mRNA travels to the ribosome, and as it moves through the ribosome is able to read that section of mRNA and put together the correct protein product needed by the body. tRNA we're going to spend a lot more time talking about when we talk about protein synthesis and what the specific role of that is in conjunction with the ribosome. But for now, tRNA stands for transfer RNA. Transfer RNA will interpret your mRNA. It will read every single nucleotide sequence. It will do it in sets of threes, which are codons, and 3 amino acids or a codon will code for a specific amino acid. Well, the job of tRNA is to transfer that amino acid to the correct position based on the sequence of codons on the mRNA. So it transfers amino acids to the ribosome for assembly, and it is the ribosome's job to create those peptide bonds that link one amino acid to the next, to the next, to the next.